Sometimes it's like it's all never ending, and no matter what you intend to do, you find yourself in the same situation as you were in before. But it's not really the same situation because ultimately we're moving faster and faster to the end of it all. And I don't think that's lost on anyone. I think people can feel it in the air that the situation we're in right now, it won't last very much longer. I mean, I'm talking about years now. And ultimately, years go by like in a blink of an eye. It's not a big deal. And I don't think that there's any reason to mope around or be blackpilled necessarily, because ultimately survival is through the grace of God, and any type of downtrodden, if you're falling, you're gonna get up by the grace of God ultimately. Because I believe most people actually do trust God to some extent. At least that is if you don't blow your brains up. But even then, it's like, I think if you blow your brains out, you're kind of trusting that God will put you in a better place or something. Not that that's necessarily the case, but you are always trusting in God when you bother to get out of the bed in the morning, bother to go to work or seek work, bother to do anything good for another person, no matter how small. If you are fighting in this life to get by in any sense of that word at all, even the most minor sense, then I think you are trusting in God, because you are trusting that you're not doomed or damned. That is the number one trick of the devil, is to convince you that your sins have completely damned you, or that you can't break free from them, or that you... Sorry, I'm tired. I haven't slept very well. But we live in a strange time, because there's a lot of distrust for God, I think, and I'm guilty of this definitely. Because it's like, that life is gonna contain some element of suffering. There's no avoiding that. So then when you feel like you're putting your trust in God to not think about those things that are going to happen, then, well, you're kind of... it's like you're violating yourself or something. You don't dare to do that necessarily. But I think, like I said, every time you try to do anything worthwhile in any sense at all, then you are trusting God. And when you're not, for example, when you sin, you're not trusting God. That's sort of what sin is, in a sense, is the lack of a trust for God, or feeling of being overwhelmed and taking not necessarily the easy way out, because I think people can do things which are worse for them, put a lot of effort into doing those things that are worse for them, because they don't trust God, because they don't trust that there's a way out of this. And I want you to remember that each time you feel like you've failed, God smiles at you to succeed again. Jesus doesn't give up on you because you have given up on yourself. That is not how it works. His love is greater for you than your own love for yourself. And I'm not just saying that as some brainwashed cultist or something. I really mean it. I mean that everything that's disgusting about you, everything that's pulling you down, everything that is not your true self, that's not the type of person God intended you to be, in a sense, Jesus doesn't even see those things. He knows they're there and he wants to help you, but he doesn't believe. Jesus doesn't look at your sins and believes that's you. You know, if he did, then he probably wouldn't redeem you. If he believed that really was you, but he knows that he created you. He put his spirit into you. He knows that you're made in the image of God, better than any man who lived, and he will fight for you till the very end of your days. And just, it's not about that you have to try in order to win his favor or something, that you have to prove to him that you're worth saving. It's not about that. It's that you can help yourself help him by just going that little extra step along the way. And I mean, like, doing anything worthwhile, I really mean it. Like, if you've been inside for a long time, if you're one of those people who can't get outside, just they go outside on the balcony or something. You know, I'm serious. I'm serious. I know all kinds of people with mental health issues and stuff. They all, and I'm one of them, but they all kind of fall into this error and are kind of thinking that, well, since I can't do anything great when I'm in this position, when I'm feeling bad, then it's not worth doing anything at all, and that's not true. Do the small things. That's what I recommend.